Right, hi guys, today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I can't be bothered to do 1,000,001 videos, so we're going to do 2 mini reviews and my TBR, my February TBR and my February wrap up and my March TBR in one video, so it could be long, so get comfortable guys, because you know what I'm like, I ramble on about absolutely everything. Right, so first of all, my 2 mini reviews. My first one, I haven't got a physical copy because I read it on my Kindle app on my phone, and it was Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. Now, Karen M. McManus is quickly becoming one of my favourite authors. She's the author of One of Us Is Lying and also One of Us Is Next. And I've still got to read Cousins by her as well, because that looks really good. So that might be on Kindle Unlimited actually. I'll have a look later. So anyway, Two Can Keep a Secret. It's essentially about two twins, Ellery and Ezra, girl and boy, who moved to the city where their mum grew up. The mum's in rehab at the minute, so they had to move in with the grandma that they barely know into a small town, and I can't remember the name of the town now actually, and I can't even look it up. But anyway, years ago, when their mum was in high school, their age, her mum's twin sister Sarah vanished, so basically their aunt. And then 5 years ago, Lacey, somebody else, vanished. So basically they go to this small town and they live with this grandma. Ellery is like big into true crime because of what happened to her aunt. So she's a little bit like excited about going where somebody disappeared 5 years ago, and she meets Mal. Now Mal is a boy whose older brother was Lacey's ex-boyfriend, and he was accused of her murder, disappearance and murder. So basically Mal's like a pariah, is that the right word, in this, his family are like pariahs in this small town. And then a couple of days after the twins turn up, somebody else goes missing. Brooke, she goes missing, and because Mal was the last person to see her, he becomes one of the main suspects. Now only Ellery and Mia, his best friend, sticks by him basically, and they all try and see who actually killed Lacey, and in doing that they unravel a whole mystery about how Aunt Sarah and Lacey went missing as well. Now the whole thing just threw me for a loop. It was fantastic from start to finish. I was so gripped. I literally was counting down the hours until like bedtime so I could read it, because I only read on my phone in bed. Oh excuse me, nearly choked on my own spit. So yeah, it was really, really good. And while all this is going on, the investigation and stuff, a huge family secret is revealed, which is like awesome. It's so good. But yeah, it's a really, really good book. I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, really, really good. My second mini review is this one, A Man Called Earth by Frederick Backman. Now this guy is so funny, right? It's basically a grumpy old man, and his wife died 6 months ago, and all he wants to do is kill himself to be with his wife. Now I know that sounds real morbid and stuff, but it's hilarious because every time he tries to do it, one of his neighbours knocks on the door and he gets himself like entwined in the neighbours' lives, and he's a grumpy old man who just wants to be on his own so he can kill himself and be with his wife. And it just don't work out that way, and it is so funny and such a good read. And it actually reminded me of Charlie, my boyfriend actually, which made it funnier because he's grumpy. I call him Grandad Charlie all the time. He's such an old man. He's only 34, but he's like so grumpy, and he's literally like an old man. I tell him every year on his birthday and Christmas, because they're close together, that I'm going to get him a pipe and slippers because he's just so grumpy. So yeah, so in February I read a total of 5 books, which were A Life in Pieces by Donna Porter, which was on my Kindle app, so I can't show you. It was Reunion by Amy Silver. That was my second book. Now I did a review on that, so you shall know what that's about. But basically, Donna Porter, I forgot to tell you, is a journalist, a British journalist, and she writes about her life in lockdown and how she deals with the grief of Caroline Flack as well, which is a lady who took her own life in February of last year, I believe. So yeah, and that's funny in parts as well. I really liked that. The Reunion is about 4 college friends who come together 15 years after a massive sort of disaster kind of pulled them apart, and they come back together, and yeah, all that drama unfolds. Now then, the third one was Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Now, I don't need to tell you all about this, do I? But yeah, it's a fantastic book, and I want to be able to reread it for the first time again, because I'll never get that back. But it was a fantastic book, and I recommend it to anybody who I talk to now. The 4th book was Two Can Keep a Secret, which we just talked about. And the 5th book was A Man Called Irv by Frederick Backman, which we have literally just talked about. So that's 5 books in 28 days, 1,674 pages in all. So didn't do too bad, did I? So anyway, now then, my March TBR. Hold on, have I got that down? Hold on. I didn't get that down. Further glass. Right. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. So, my March TBR, it follows on from my February TBR, because like I said, that was a bit ambitious. So, I've still got 4 books from that to read. So, here we go. I started Caraval this morning. I'm literally only 3 chapters into it and 24 pages. So, I'm going to finish that. Caraval by Stephanie Garber. And I've just been told that it's a trilogy. So, hopefully I'll get around to reading the other 2 books, but probably not in March, because like I said, my TBR, I always do ambitious TBRs. So, yeah, so Caraval I'm going to finish, hopefully, because I've finished A Man Called Irv quite early in the day. I'm going to hopefully read this and get a good chunk of the way through today, and hopefully finish that like tomorrow or the next day. Then I'm going to read Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This was again on my February TBR, but obviously it was my daughter's birthday, Valentine's Day and stuff like that, so I didn't really read much in the month of February, and when I did, it was here and there sort of thing. So like I said, 5 books, but I still did good. So next one on my list is Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Like I said, I've heard quite a few good reviews about this, so I'm hopefully going to enjoy it. And that is nearly 500 pages long, so, you know, we'll see. So yeah, that's Caraval and the Night Circus. That's my first 2 books of March that I want to read. And then there is All the Bright Places that I talked about in my February TBR by Jennifer Niven, or Niven, don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah. So again, good reviews. Hopefully I'll like it and review it. If not, I'll do like a mini review of, like I just did with The Man Called Irv and Two Can Keep a Secret. And the next one is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Gillian, not Gillian, Gillian Flynn. And then hopefully, because me and my friend Sophie, again, being mentioned. Hi Sophie, I've got a feeling she's the only one that watches these videos, to be honest. But I'm going to, well, she's going to reread, and but I'm finally going to get round to reading A Throne of Glass, and that series. So, yeah, A Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. Again, it's a really, really hyped up book, in it, so I might not enjoy it. I might enjoy it though, because I know Sophie did, and we tend to like the same sort of books. So, and then like, I don't know if I'll get through the full series, but I'm honestly hoping to get through like the first 2 books in March, and then do the others in April time, so I'm gonna like read a book a month sort of thing, maybe 2 books a month of the Throne of Glass series, and then we can find something else to obsess about and not read. But as you can see, I've got loads of books to read, so we'll see. But yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books on my TBR, so hopefully I'll get round to it. And then I've also got a few on my Kindle and a few on BorrowBox to read, so hopefully I'll have a good month this month, next month. Or should I say this month, because it's the last day in it, so hopefully I'll have a good reading month in March. And I will see you in my next video, and I don't know what I'm going to do for that really. I need to do a bit of research and see what else I can do. If you've got anything, like any ideas of book quizzes or whatever to do, or videos, I know everyone wants a bookshelf tour, but yeah, there's a lot of books, isn't there? So that's going to be a long ass video, so I might do it in 2 parts actually. Do like 1 bookshelf and then do another one. But yeah, hopefully I'll get on to doing a bookshelf tour some point in March as well. But yeah, if you've got any other ideas of what videos to do, please put them in the comments or message me directly, either or. But yeah, so I'll see you guys soon, very soon, with a new video.